It's not an effort anymore because I just automatically do it. When I was ill, I became this negative, moaning, dreary, hopeless, depressed. What's the point? I'd rather be dead. Why was I born? All these terrible ideas. But once my control pause is up and my breathing is reduced, I'm someone who loves life, who's full of ideas, who has appetite for action and adventure and you know, a joyful experience of life. That's what the Buteyko method, you know, reduced breathing, increased carbon dioxide does for people. It's not that my mother or myself are unique. That is pretty much everybody's experience from what I observe.
Yes.
They feel themselves again.
Yeah.
And everybody's idea of themselves is someone who loves life.
Yeah. Joy.
Yeah. Depression is not a natural state.
No.
Anxiety is not a natural state. These are low control pause, high toxicity, and those two things go together. These are low control pause, high toxicity states. They are unnatural. And it coincides with a low control pause, deep breathing, lack of carbon dioxide. Both of those things will be reversed by the Buteyko method. It will cause the immune system to fire up, remove the toxicity, and at the same time, it will raise your carbon dioxide levels, reduce your breathing, and anxiety and depression will disappear as if they were never there, as if you will not even remember that you felt anxiety and depression. It will be as if the sun rises and the night disappears. Are you thinking about the night in the day? No, you are not. Are you thinking about depression and anxiety when you feel relaxed and cheerful? No, you're not. It's the same process.
Yeah. It's quite funny, really, because you can feel a bit groggy at times, and then you just do a few pauses. You wonder what that was all about. Just goes.
Well, you don't even wonder. That's the irony, is you forget. You know, I get up some mornings and I think, oh God, you know, a bit stiff and a bit like, oh God, can I face all the things I've got to do today? And then I'm marching around the room without, because for me now, after all these years of doing the Buteyko method, for my hand just to drop over my nose and to start marching around the room is almost as if I would have to tell myself not to do it. It's not an effort anymore because I just automatically do it. But, you know, I'll go down into the kitchen and my hand will drop on my nose. I start marching around. And before you know it, I've done 120 steps or whatever. And then I feel that opening of all the blood vessels because I control my breathing after I've taken my hand off my nose. I can feel that whoosh, 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 which at one time I might have thought was a bit disturbing. But I now know that's the point. When the action happens, that's when the carbon dioxides hit the level where it dilates the blood vessels. The blood is now, and the oxygen and everything is now getting to my brain cells. It's getting to every organ in my body. And then I just sit and relax in the reduced breathing and control the breath. And then you know what? It's like, great, let's start my day. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking about being achy or stiff or not wanting to face my issues. We've all got, life is problematic by nature. The difference is, can you handle the problems?
Yeah.
Can you manage the problems? Or do you feel overwhelmed by them? Well, once you raise carbon dioxide, you can manage them as a general rule.
Yeah.
You know, then you can enjoy your life, because if you can manage what's coming at you, then life is more of a play. You're part of it.
Yeah.
Opposed to being drowned by it, which is what happens if your breathing is deep and you are highly toxic. And you're under the cosh all the time then, and life is not a game, it's not a play, it's not an enjoyable thing.
It's an endurance.
Yeah, it's suffering, it's endurance. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you, Joe. Lots of interesting points for people to consider.